Welcome to A Double
Double
and Dice
with your host Kim.
and Jocelyn.
Pour your favorite beverage
Pull up a comfy chair.
because we are ready to roll.
Welcome to episode 138 of Double and Dice. And today we are continuing on talking about board games.
Because that's what we do now.
What we've played.
It's new.
It's a thing.
It's a vibe.
Yep. So last episode we talked about our breakout con, which we played a few games.
A lot. There was a lot of content in that one because we talked about a lot of different things.
Yeah. And yeah, we're going to talk about some other board games we've played. My list is backlogged, so which is
it?
I still haven't gotten any games solo play on my table yet.
That's okay. We also haven't gotten our Lorcana game in yet.
We were close.
We were close. It was so close. I messaged Kim last night, the night before we recorded this, and said, "Hey, should we get that Lorcana game in?" Lorcana, however you say it. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm free." And I went out and did extra gardening, and I was like, "Oh my god, I hurt so much. I can barely type. I can't play cards." So yes, we have to do that another time.
Yeah. I have to look at videos. I completely forget. I don't completely forget how to play, but the gist of it I may forget. You know what I mean? Like,
we are literally just going to play starter decks, right? Like,
oh yeah, that's all I have.
Okay, good.
I have one made deck.
I don't have any made decks. I only have starter decks and loose cards.
Yeah. So I have starter decks, loose cards, one made deck. So we'll get there.
Yeah, totally. But we'll get it in. We'll find some time. But the weather was finally nice this weekend.
Yeah, but it's supposed to get cold again.
Look, we don't need to talk about that. I got a lot of yard work done. So
I'm sure a lot of people did.
So I finally raked my front lawn from the winter. And it's been like, we've had a weird winter, right? Like it's been cold, it's been windy. So the big tree in my front yard dropped a lot of twigs. And it's putting a lot more shade on my grass than I expected. So the grass underneath the tree is like all dying. So I ended up 3 yard waste bags full of what I raked up off of the lawn and off of part of the gardens. I haven't finished the gardens yet. And then I went and got grass seed that is designed for deep shade. So I'm hoping that works.
Deep shade?
Yeah. So like if there's a lot of shade, this grass is supposed to grow in it.
Oh, I see.
So I put the deep shade grass seed underneath the tree, and then I put the regular sun grass seed in everywhere else. And I'm not done because I'm supposed to do it in the backyard, and that's what I did yesterday. So yesterday it was so nice, and I did some more yard work, and then I decided to try out my power washer.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a power washer, Kim?
No, we borrow from like my father-in-law.
Yeah, I got into this whole thing. I'm a Ryobi person now.
Okay.
Apparently, when you become a homeowner, you have to choose your path because of the rechargeable batteries only work with one brand. So you're like a Milwaukee person or a Ryobi person or whatever. I'm a Ryobi person now. Okay. So I have a Ryobi lawnmower, and I have a Ryobi trimmer, and I have a Ryobi leaf blower thing, and then I got the Ryobi shop vac, and everything uses the same 40-volt battery. So last fall I got the power washer because I didn't really need a pressure washer, but I needed something, and I got the extension that had the squeegee so I can do my windows. Mm-hmm. So yesterday, when I was too sore to do any more yard work, I decided to get that out. And I was like, oh, maybe that won't be so hard to do. And let's squeegee the windows and test it out. So I squeegeed my front windows also. They are very sparkly now, FYI. And then I was like, it's still so nice. I want to do more. And I went outside and I raked some of the back garden. And then I was like, this was a bad idea. I hurt a lot.
Because you overdid it.
Because I overdid it. But it was so nice. I wanted to get it done. I want my house to look pretty. It's going to rain tomorrow, so.
Yes, and it's going to get back down to minus something on Wednesday.
Don't tell me that. I have to go
I'm just saying, don't put the winter stuff away yet, people.
I didn't put anything away for
In
winter.
Ontario.
I still have my winter tires on, and I still have
really?
my snow shovel out back just in case.
Yeah.
But next week I have to go to Newfoundland. So
I don't think we'll get snow again.
There might be snow when I go to Newfoundland.
Well, that's a different place.
I know. I have to go next week.
It'll be a fun trip. That's why we're recording earlier this episode.
We are recording early.
There's no dice bag today.
There will be no dice bag today.
So since Jocelyn's going away, we're kind of recording back to back almost.
Pretty much, yeah. We usually have 2 weeks between our recordings, but
yeah,
this is only 1 week, and the episode just dropped, so we don't have any dice bag, like Kim said. But I have lots of gardening talk, so
yeah.
But Kim, you played a board game.
I did. So I'm going to talk about today Disney Villainous. Ever heard of it?
I have. I don't know anything about it, but I've heard of it.
So I was the exact same. I heard about it, but I never looked into it. If you know what I mean, like I didn't look it up or anything like that.
Right.
Supposedly there's a Marvel one too.
Mm-hmm.
And Jordo messaged me and said, do you have Disney Villainous? And I said, no, like I've heard of it. And he goes, well, I bought it at Costco. I'm like, oh, I've seen it at Costco, but I'm not paying attention to it. I've seen it. He's like, it's $40 and it comes with 2 expansions. I'm like, what? Are you sure? Because when I saw it last time, it was $80. So I wasn't going. I go to Costco once a month. That's my Costco shopping.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't due to go to Costco. So I brought it up to my friend who happened to go to Costco, and she messaged me and said, I got your Disney Villainous game. I'm like, oh, was it $40? She's like, yeah. So it's on clearance.
Crazy.
So those who have a Costco and want a cheap board game, which is pretty much half price, and you get 2 expansions for it.
In Canada.
Yeah, I don't know what it is in the U.S. They have Costco in the U.S., right?
Yeah, but they might not have the same stuff.
True. I would suggest you go get it. So, not knowing about the game, picked it up anyways. $40, can't go wrong. And I mean, if you put that all together, it would have been like a little more than $80 actually, if you priced it out separately.
I Googled it, and the first article that I see here, because there's like a Reddit thread and a wiki and stuff, but this article is from thegamer.com, and the title is Disney Villainous is the best family game of all time. So tell me, Kim, about Disney Villainous.
The family game? Oh, okay, so the one that we played is called Introduction to Evil.
Okay.
And it came with the 2 expansions, which is Wicked to the Core and Bigger and Badder.
Okay.
So what it is you have a villain, a Disney villain. So in this one, it comes with Maleficent, Captain Hook, Ursula, and Prince John. So both Jordan and I actually played. It's a quick game, so we actually played 2 characters each after one game, then we switched characters. So what it is you have your own villain deck. Okay, so it's just not that much cards. Maybe I can't remember how much, but it's not much. So you have your own villain deck. You have a fate deck, which I'll get to. You have your player board, and then you have like a little 3D character of yourself. So what you do is on your turn. So on your board, there's like different locations. There's about 4 of them. So you move your little pawn to a location, and on those locations, there are certain things you can do. So you can like play a card from your hand. I think you could draw cards. I'm just naming things. I can't really remember. You could play a fate card on someone. So I'll get to the fate card, and so forth and so forth. So there's like different actions you can do on the board. Okay.
Okay.
So the fate deck is what it is. It kind of you pull 2 cards from your opponent's fate deck, and what is this? But the fate deck is supposed to hinder them. So let's say you played as Captain Hook, Captain Hooks is the villain, but the good guy is Peter Pan.
Right.
So they'll have like something with Peter Pan or something like that in his fate deck that would hinder him from reaching his goal. So each of the villains have a goal that they have to get to. Okay. So for example, Maleficent, which I played, her goal is she has to have spells in every single location to win. But my fate deck, if let's say Jordo went after my fate deck and said draw 2 cards and he'll have to pick one, which can hinder me, like it can remove a spell, it could do this, it can hinder me from putting spells down, things like that. Okay? So the opponent can kind of mess with you. But you're kind of playing your own little character. And the only way that they can mess with you is your fate deck. So you're trying to get to your goals, which each villain has their own different goal. You have a deck of cards, and then you pretty much try to get to your goal pretty much is what it is. And you're just playing off your own deck. Very quick game. Actually enjoyed it. It wasn't, it's not too hard to learn. You just do what your cards say, or you try to do to get to your goal or whatnot, what it was. So I played Maleficent. She had to get spells done in every location, as they said. And I played Prince John, who had to get like X amount of money.
20 coins or something, it says.
Yeah. I'm like, how am I supposed to get 20 coins? That's crazy. Actually, it was quite fast. I built it up pretty fast. So both Jordan and Jordan played Captain Hook and Ursula.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, a fun little quick game. You're just playing cards. You're kind of doing your own thing, but you can get screwed over, I'm going to say, by your opponent if they play fake cards on you. Because when they play the fake card on you, it kind of covers some of your actions too. So you're limited to your actions when you move to different locations. Or sometimes it's not allowed for you to go to some certain locations. So you kind of have to also now work with that and try to get rid of that fake card. It could be a character, it could be whatnot, that you just have to like maneuver around and do things like that. And just for a funny thing, if you listen to our Lorcana episode, the ones from Costco come with a Lorcana card.
Cool.
Yeah, I think it was actually Prince John. So the expansions are just different. It's just more characters that you can play.
So this article here, I'll send you the link, Kim. Maybe we can link it in the show notes because it's interesting. So this person is saying that the family loves board games, but they all live far apart, and they don't get a lot of chances to play together. So they play a lot of tabletop games during holidays. And the way he describes it is that it's been challenging to find games that satisfy each of the family members' unique interests and skill levels. So him and his brother are competitive and strategically minded, while his mom and his partner are the exact opposite. They want social experiences with lighter strategy and less commitment. That this year, they said that it's as a family, it's designed well because there's different almost complexity levels when it comes to the different villains. That's how I knew about the 20 coins for Prince John. So it says it does this by offering a variety of characters at varying skill levels. They're all equally competitive with each other and by limiting interaction between players. Some characters have simple goals and easy to understand cards that make playing them easy, while others have complex mechanics that require you to think 5 turns ahead. And you can play all of the characters at the same time, and everyone has a fair chance of winning.
Yeah.
So, they said that it's mostly asymmetric when you're playing, and the first person to complete their goal wins the game, which is what you said. And that although everyone's working at their own pace, it always seems like a nail biter that anyone could win. And then the fate deck sort of is what you would interact with. You'd choose that if someone is reaching their goal to sort of slow them down.
Slow them down, pretty much.
It also says that there is a way to be incredibly cruel to others if you're in the villain spirit, but it won't typically help you.
Yeah. I found Maleficent was a little tough.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be easy. I'm like, 4 spells in each location? How hard can that be? Yeah. But you can't put a spell down unless you have like an ally there. I'm like, how hard can that be? Put an ally down, put a spell down. Oh, no, it wasn't as easy as I thought it was. And then Prince John was, oh, I didn't think this one was going to be easy. It was just totally opposite and it ended up being easy. So
yeah. These people said that they loved it so much that they ran out and got 3 expansions to go with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Actually, the expansion, which one is it? It's Bigger and Badder, has the Lotso, the the stuffed animal from the bear from he smells like strawberries from Toy Story. I want to play him. Be curious to see what his goal is. I haven't opened up the expansions to see, so
yeah. Well, it seems like a neat game.
Yeah, it's actually I was quite surprised. I mean, as I said, what can I go wrong with $40? Worst case is I try to get rid of it, right?
Yeah, and you could probably sell it for a similar price.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it. I'll definitely play it again. And I think it's actually 3 players or 4 players can play. So
yeah, and it seems like it's one of those games that there's enough variety in it that it won't become old. It won't get boring.
No. Because again, it depends what you draw too, right?
Yeah.
In your hand.
And it says that the themes of the Disney are really well thought out.
Yeah, because Ravensburger makes this one as well.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. They make it. And it says it's a fun board game for families with kids aged 10 and up.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if Noah will be interested. He was looking at the box. And he's like, oh, where is this character from? I think it was one of the Hercules characters. Hades. He didn't know who Hades was.
Yeah.
And then he was kind of going through the characters on the. He's like, can I turn the back of the box? I'm like, yeah, you can look at the box. You could turn and look at it. And he was asking me, who's this? Because he didn't know some of them. So I don't know. He might be interested. But the only problem with Noah is he has to be in the mood to play a board game.
Yeah, that's okay. He's still young.
Yeah. So that's Disney a Villainous.
So you feel the $40 price point was good?
It's worth it. Yeah.
Would you, if you had paid the $80 for it, would you still feel that you got value out of it?
I don't know where the $80 is.
Okay.
Sometimes when I board games a certain amount, it's the components that make up that price. This is just cards and a board. In your little figures, it doesn't actually look like the character. It's like a silhouette of the character, but it's like a solid color, like translucently looking. So I wouldn't say the components make up that price.
The price is made up with the licensing.
Probably.
That would be my guess.
So I wouldn't probably pay for it for $80, but if you're a Disney fan and you love Disney, then I could see you paying for it.
Cool. Well, it sounds really neat.
Yeah. Maybe I should bring this one to board game night.
Yeah, you'll have to report back if you can get Noah to play it.
Yeah. I'll see if he'll be interested. And then, that's my board game.
And you said it was a quick game. How long did it take you and Matt to play?
I would say in an hour and a half, we played 2 games. It didn't take us very long.
That's not bad. That's a good sort of time, like 45 minutes.
Yeah, I think it says it's like 40 minutes to 60 minutes, which per game, which I think it's more on the lower end of that.
Do you
Unless
think
you're playing with kids and they just don't understand the card.
I was just wondering if you played with more players, would it
might be,
take longer? Like, because it was just you and Matt playing, right?
Yeah.
And that one, you streamed that one?
Yeah. That one would be up on YouTube.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's great. Well, the only thing that I've played recently is HeroClix. And a little bit of Star Wars Unlimited, but I think those should probably be at some point individual episodes. So other than that, all I've really done is garden, and I already talked about that. So,
but you play HeroClix weekly, right? So,
yeah, I play HeroClix every week, and Rob and I record HeroClix for Dice Station Zebra, And what else do I have? Yeah, there's a lot of HeroClix in my life. That's kind of the main thing. Star Wars Unlimited is like the secondary thing, and I haven't really had any chance to play anything. I was kind of hoping to play something with my niece and nephew when I did the babysitting a little while ago, but I couldn't get anything going with them. So,
do they like board games?
Well, I don't know. I don't know that they've had a ton of exposure to board games. Like Penelope's not quite 4 yet, and Nathan is just about 6. So like he's of an age where he could play a board game, and I feel like if I had the right board game with the right hook, I could get him into it. But I haven't really done that yet, and I wasn't prepared. So maybe this weekend coming up is Easter.
Yes.
And I'm going to have them over for Easter dinner at some point, so maybe I can try and test something out. I saw a game a while back that I thought might interest them. It was a pretty generic, easy to play game. Like it would be okay that Penelope could play it. It was like something about bugs. Did I talk about this?
No.
I saw it at a store somewhere, and I was like, well, I bet the kids would like that. It's basically sort of like a matching game, but it's behind a screen, and you put your hand through and you grab a bug, and then you got to find another bug that matches it without looking.
Okay.
So it's pretty straightforward. I think, but they're pretty young, right? Like Penelope's not even 4. So you can't really get too far with that. Like she can't read,
Yeah.
We read books when I was there.
Yeah. You have to find something that has like no text. Really. Yeah.
So, and Nathan can read a little bit, but that's really kind of it. So, yeah, and I mean, I guess just depends on what they're interested in. Like, I know there's people that have like taught their younger kids HeroClix by not using the cards and just playing with powers and explaining how the powers work and the colors and things like that, right? But Nathan doesn't really have the attention span for that right now. He doesn't have really the interest. So I have to find the right thing.
Does he like Lego?
He does like Lego.
There is a game that we bought for Noah for Christmas. We still have not got it down on the table. Like I want to play it, but Noah has to be in the mood to play board games. It's a Lego board game. It's called Monkey Palace.
Okay.
And it is a Lego board, and there's Lego pieces, and you have to build build up by getting pieces. I don't just build you have to keep building up, I think. And then you have to, at certain times you have to put a monkey on or a banana or whatever on it. I think there's cards too, which are pictures. I don't think it's very hard. Like there's not much text, I should say. But it might be one.
Yeah, it's going to come down to the number of pieces because I was trying to figure out what to get Nathan for his birthday because his birthday's coming up. And I was over at Superstore, as I often am, and they had like a Lego clearance section, and they had this skate park that said it was for 6 and up. And I was like, that looks really cool. And it was a really good price. And so I texted a picture of it to my sister, and I said, what do you think for Nathan's birthday? And I didn't hear back from her. And it's clearance. And it was cheap. So I checked out, and I bought it. And then as soon as I checked out, she said, too many pieces. No thanks.
Oh.
So I have this Lego skate park that I'm not allowed to give him.
But can you not return it?
No, because it was final sale. It was clearance. So I have to save it now, or he has to build it at Auntie Jocelyn's house or something, because she won't let him have it at his house.
It's because he'll just lose all the pieces.
It's too many pieces, I guess. I didn't even look at how many pieces it was, but I think it's because there's it's not that there's that many pieces, it's that there's multiple things you can build out of it. So there's different ramps and things like that, right? So anyway, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Sounds pretty cool though.
Yeah, I mean, I have it still. Does no one want to build a skate park? It's a really good deal.
You wouldn't even build a Lego Monkey Palace.
It's not a game. It's just Lego. So, but it looks cool. So I was like, well, at some point he can have it. I'll just stockpile it for now.
It's like, if you can lose pieces, you lose it at your house.
Yeah, it's fine. So, but yeah, so basically that was it. Just, we had our local HeroClix event last week. I guess maybe what I'll talk about is just the theme. So we change the themes every week pretty well. And that reminds me, I didn't put this themes out yet. I have to do that. Last week we had Rob pick the theme, and Rob picked the theme of no rollouts. So basically what that meant was that there's certain powers that prevent you from hitting a character or prevent you from damaging a character with a roll of a die. So shape change, if you roll a 5 or a 6, your opponent can't attack you. Super senses, if you roll a 5 or a 6, you evade the attack. Impervious, if you roll a 5 or a 6, then your damage is reduced to 0. Right? So you get the concept, right? You do all that effort, you make the attack, and then you don't get any benefit from it. And then there's a power called probability control that if you hit, you allow your opponent to re-roll, or you make your opponent re-roll the attack, and then they might miss. So he's like, no rollouts. That's what I want my theme to be. You can build anything you want, just no rollouts. So that's what we did. We built teams with no rollouts. And if the characters had that power on them, then we just pretended it didn't exist. So it was kind of fun. We had 5 people come out last week, and it was me and Rob and Ryan, which are the regulars. And then we had our friend Dennis come out. You know Dennis, Kim? Mm-hmm. He came all the way from Oakville. He was off for the day, so he had time, so he drove out. And then we had a new person who has never played HeroClix at a store before. He's only ever played at home with his wife.
Okay.
His name was David. And so he came out and he had a great time. We taught him a bunch of the rules that he didn't quite know. And yeah, it was really good. It was really fun. So that was the theme for last week. The theme for this week is Ryan's pick, because it was Ryan's birthday on Sunday. So when it's your birthday, you get to pick the theme. And he picked that your team has to have characters of different sizes. So you have to have a colossal, a giant, a normal sized, and a tiny sized figure.
Okay.
Interesting. So you get to build with different sized figures. So I have to go publish that, though, because I haven't done that yet. And we have to get together in like 3 nights, so people need time to build their teams. So I got to get that posted. But that'll be this week's theme. And then I don't know what next week's theme is going to be. Next week's theme might be Smash and Destroy, because we just got word that the new set is coming out. Again. I just had a new set.
Count your blessings.
I know. My bank account is not happy.
Yep, count your blessings.
And I'm just waiting to find out what this set cost. So, because
I'm sure it's going to be the same price as everything else. No,
tariffs could impact it, but we don't know for sure yet. So, but yeah, pre-release is apparently starting next week. April 23rd is supposedly pre-release. So, assuming it gets here, there could be pre-release as soon as next week, and then full release comes out April 30th. So crazy.
Is this Marvel?
Yes. Smash and Destroy. DC? They get about 1 DC set a year. Last year's set was Masters of Time. And the year before that, they had Notorious. And there was Batman Team Up. I think those are the last DC sets. And then the one coming up for DC that's been announced is Lantern Legacy.
Up Jordan's alley.
Petrus too. Petrus likes the lanterns. So, yeah. So that's it. That's all I've got. Gardening and housework and
the
usual things, the work travel and the work home and all of the things. And that's all I got. And like you said earlier, Kim, no dice bag this week.
That is correct. So you still have dice bag, hopefully, in the next.
Yeah, double dice bag for our next episode.
Yep.
So we'll have lots to talk about there. And I guess that's all we've got for tonight, Kim.
Yeah.
Anything else on your end?
No.
Cool. Well, thanks for telling me about Disney Villainous. And yeah, definitely maybe bring that to game night. And we can give it a go, especially if it's only like a 45-minute game. That's a great time.
Yeah, it should be fairly quick. If you know how cards work, like, you know what I mean? Like,
if you know how cards work. If you can read it. If you can read, then it should be fine.
And do your best of trying to get to your goal without somebody trying to, get at you.
I've been learning to read Braille. Are the cards in Braille?
No.
And I'm not learning to read Braille. I would like to read Braille. Completely off topic. But when I was in high school, for some reason, I was desperate to learn how to read Braille. I don't know. I went through a phase. I didn't learn anything about Braille. I did learn to do the alphabet in American Sign Language. Yeah. I don't remember it now. So, anyway. Yeah, I can read cards, so it'll be fine.
Yeah. If you can read, you're good to go.
And that is the moral of today's episode. If you can read, you're good to go.
That's going to be our title.
People are going to be like, what are you talking about?
If you can read, you're good to go.
Well, let us know what you want to hear about on our next episode. And if there's anything, maybe you're an expert in some sort of game and you'd like to be a guest. Wouldn't that be awesome, Kim?
Mm-hmm.
You could let us know if you'd be interested in that. So you can reach out to us in all the usual places, which include sending us an email at triple-d-podcast@dm-north.com. You can leave a comment on our episode post over at dm-north.com. You can join our Discord channel, DM North TV, and leave a comment in the A Double Double and Dice Discord Convo chat channel. You can find us on all the socials, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, Blue Sky. I'm missing something at DM North TV. And you can find Kim and Matt playing board games online almost every Saturday, either at youtube.com/DMNorthTV or at twitch.tv/DMNorthTV. You can also at Kim or I on Discord. Kim is at SuperK. I am at Jostitch, Joce Stitch. And until next time, on A Double Double and Dice.